Where are we?
We are in San Francisco.
In the airport.
Yep, just for the weekend.
Not in the airport for the weekend.
No, not just in the airport for the weekend. But we had a bunch of miles with Alaska that we were just aching to use, and so relatively free trip here.
Yep.
And we've got U.S. Bank gift cards that will kind of cover a bunch of expenses, and we also have our Chase points as well that will help cover the hotel.
Yep.
So got about 72 hours in San Francisco. Let's see what kind of trouble we can get ourselves into. So a couple years ago, we had an expense coming up, and while we don't fly on Alaska a lot, they are a nice airline, and so never to pass up an opportunity to get a sign-up bonus, we did, and we've been sitting on the miles since that time. Well, we're in between other trips, and so I happened to be looking online and saw 50,000 miles for the two of us to go to San Francisco, and that was exactly the number of miles we had available to us, and so that's what we did. And that's why we're here. With our Chase Sapphire Preferred card, each year you have a $50 voucher that you can use towards hotel. And so we're going to take advantage of that, as well as some of our Chase miles to cover the cost of the hotel for 2 nights. And then we had a sign-up bonus from U.S. Bank that in addition to spend, we decided to cash out and had them send us a $500 gift card.
Yeah.
So that will also cover some of the expenses, because we're going to use Viator to take a tour tomorrow. Yay. So this just kind of goes to show that we're not always taking week-long and 10-day-long trips places. Sometimes it's just nice to get away,
Yeah.
just get away for a couple of days, and actually it's not really costing us a lot of money to do so, but it'll be a great opportunity just to kind of get away together and
Yeah,
relax.
it's going to be fun.
It will be. And here we are. We're at Hotel Adagio, which is part of the autograph collection with Marriott. And it was a little different this time because normally Hilton's our jam, but we do stay at Marriott's every once in a while. But for those of you who aren't aware of this, when you stay at a hotel that you booked through a portal other than the hotel's portal, despite the level of membership or status you have with the hotel, in many cases, you will not get any of those benefits, which was fine here because Chris downstairs actually hooked us up with a very nice room here. You can see it's actually a corner room. And actually told us a couple great stories. So Chris, if you watch this, you need to publish the stories that you shared with us, because I think you're going to go through your life regretting that you didn't take the chance to actually have an audience, criticisms or not, but it's important to do. Today, and he was sharing all these great stories that he's written that he has not published. And I promise you, when we come back here, if he has not published any of these stories, okay, we're just going to create like Instagram reels the entire time we're here of him just narrating the story. So no, this is all on you, Chris. But definitely, if you're coming to San Francisco. So it's what time is it now? It's about 7 o'clock or so. We're just going to kind of relax for a bit and maybe go downstairs to the Mortimer and have some food there. But I was going to share. So San Francisco is a relatively busy or expensive place to stay at regardless. But we were able to get a really good, decent price for this stay here. And through a combination of points that we have with Chase and the $50 off, it should come out to maybe about $100 for a 2-night stay here in a very nice room at a very nice branded hotel. So that'll be great. But I think I'm gonna rest for a bit and maybe go downstairs and have a drink and relax and chill. They have edamame on the menu, so that's always nice.
Yep.
So, and truffle fries.
Yay.
So we'll do that and then talk about what our day will be like tomorrow. So
Bye.
Bye.
It's right around the corner from the hotel is Coco Bay, which is a Korean restaurant. And see here, we are going to be eating well. So I put the camera down. I got to catch up with Stephanie. This would be a nice, nice place to be. Yeah, it looks really good. I'm just eating the salad right now, but
Not me.
all right, let's put this down and eat. So the last time we had Korean fried chicken was in New York, right? And we don't know what they do with their chicken, but it is always just so moist, so good. And then we've got the flame steak and the spicy pork. And those two are also just delicious. Yeah. Good morning.
Good morning.
Well, had a very restful sleep.
Oh, yes.
Got introduced to soju, which also helped for a very restful sleep. Look it up. So we're gonna now go have some breakfast, and then we're heading down to Fisherman's Wharf to go on a 3-in-1 tour today.
Yay.
We'll get a chance to go to Muir Woods,
Yeah.
and we'll get a chance to visit some wineries, and then we're going to Sausalito for lunch. But first, breakfast. So we love finding little places like this. It's only a block and a half away from our hotel, but it's called Pinecrest Diner, and the food has been delicious. The wait staff is great. Highly recommended.
We'll wait on time.
And now we're going to grab an Uber to go down to Fisherman's Wharf. We're actually going to use our American Express benefit that actually gives us, right now we've got $17 in free cash on Uber. The ride will cost us $8, so that's $0 out of pocket. All right, getting on the bus now. First stop, Muir Woods. And we've made a quick stop here at the Golden Gate Bridge. So it's not too foggy, if you can see it. And then over here to the left, you've got Alcatraz, way out there. And then right behind it, you've got the San Francisco Oakland Bridge. So I think for us, about a 1 hour or so, we'll go up, go to Bridge 2, come up, come right back down.
Okay.
So we have an hour and a half here, and that's enough time for us to go on one of the shorter trails. But there's several trails that can take anywhere from 2 to 4 hours. So it's definitely worth coming back. And they're very well maintained too. So if you're concerned about walking hills and things like that, it looks like there's a lot of flatter terrain.
Yeah, the paths are easy to navigate.
Yeah.
Not a lot of roots or anything like that to get in the way.
It reminds me a little bit of Abrams Trail.
That's what I was gonna say.
And-
Abrams Falls, right?
Yeah, Abrams Falls Trail.
Yeah.
But
But that has so
definitely-
many roots.
but yeah, so many
And
routes.
it's
It has a lot
steep.
more.
Yeah.
A lot more effort.
Yeah.
But just the canopy of the trees around you and
Yes.
everything.
Yes.
Is what I think about.
And the water.
Yeah.
Yeah. Beautiful. I'm afraid of bears.
You're afraid of bears?
Yeah.
Okay. So,
So,
Muir Woods. Only for like 90 minutes, but I think
not
we
enough
could.
time.
No, you could definitely spend a whole day here.
For sure.
Pack lunches. They do have a gift shop and a restaurant here
Yeah,
if
they
you
do.
want that.
So you wouldn't have to pack a lunch.
Right.
but-
That'd be the way to do it.
yeah, because you wouldn't have to come back to the cafe to eat if you go.
Definitely. So the weather can be cool, so make sure you bring a jacket with you
And a scarf.
and a
if you get
scarf
chilly.
if you get chilly. What else?
A hat.
A hat
And
and
sunglasses.
sunglasses. But try not to wear sunscreen and things like that. So if you don't have to.
And they actually request no scented lotions because they don't want to destroy the smell ecosystem here,
And the bears are very amorous around here. So
as
they'll,
you can see.
they'll smell that polka bone or Jacquard Noir and be all over you. And nobody wants that.
Nobody wants that.
So we're going to head back on the tour bus and off to
Sausalito
Sausalito.
for lunch. Woo!
So as we get back on our tour bus, an important note here is that there is no Wi-Fi, no cellular signal here.
None.
So if you do decide to, for some reason, decide you want to take an Uber up here, understand that there's no way for the Ubers to know that you're here.
To retrieve
Right.
you and take you back down.
That said, there are very entrepreneurial taxis that will be up here that will charge you a lovely $70 or more
Yes.
to take you back down.
They call them 500.
They call them 500, yeah. So definitely, if you're driving yourself, that's fine. If you're deciding on what mode of transportation to take, there's a lot of great tours that can bring you up and back. But definitely do not take
An Uber without
an Uber.
some pre-registered Uber to pick you up at a prescribed time.
Yep.
Let's walk down.
Okay. Oh, wow. Okay, so we're on the bus now. No thanks to poor communication. But the reality is that we're here because Stephanie's great at realizing that people make mistakes. I'm horrible at assuming that. And so I assume when they say to meet at a certain place, that's where we're supposed to meet at. But whatever. But didn't film a whole lot in the fish and chips of Sausalito because we had like basically 10 minutes to eat. But if you can see the pictures, the food was delicious. Definitely want to come back. But now we're going to tour some wine.
Yeah, so one of the winery from Sonoma Napa called Madonna Estate. And this winery, they're starting from 1922 until to now be over 100 years with the family Bartolucci in fourth generation. All right? And this winery, they're small, vineyard, oh, they are good wine. Yes. Okay?
They only last for about 3 to 5 years anyway, so when you're ordering, when you're purchasing white wine, think about drinking it sooner than later.
I know you're talking about that. So we're learning a lot.
Yep. Always do. We always
Yes.
learn a lot when we travel.
We do. I was trying to think of something funny to say, but I can't. But very enjoyable.
Yep. What do they call it when you spin it? Volatilizing.
Volatilizing. So
Pretty sure that's what it's called.
volatilize your wine, and that puts oxygen in it,
Yeah.
and looks really cool unless you spill it. If it's a red wine, it makes everyone around you start to freak out that you're
Ruin the carpet.
if you're gonna ruin the carpet. Yeah. So
And you're supposed to smell it.
smell it.
And if it doesn't smell good, ask for a fresh bottle.
You throw it in the face of the waiter or the sommelier. It's like, don't try to serve me this swill. And then you put a straw in it, and you start sipping.
Pretty sure.
All right. Cheers.
Cheers. Salud.
So that is Madrona Estates.
Madonna.
Madonna Estates.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're gonna hop back on the bus and go to the next winery. Unless the bus driver keeps moving, which in that case we'll just have to follow him wherever he's going. There he is. He's gonna stop. Stop. No, he's not stopping. Ah, there he is.
All right, here we are, ladies and gentlemen. It's called Mascatini, so basically.
We will be pouring a Rosato di Sangiovese, which is a rosé with Sangiovese grape. And then after that, you'll get the chance to enjoy a Chianti style Sangiovese. And then
It's a blueberry.
It's a lot like a blueberry. So they're not the seedless variety.
You know what they remind me of? Remind me of Concord grapes.
Yeah.
I'd jelly that.
Yeah.
Lovely
Are you
this
ready
little
to
area.
Oh no, you're not ready for the next one.
I don't know if he's serving it. So this is owned by an Italian family,
Yes,
and so it's all Italian wines. Delicious. You like it?
I do. I think that what's this one? The Rosato di Sangiovese.
Yeah. So we just had that one.
And we had the Vermentino, which reminds me of mice.
Yeah.
But it
And-
doesn't taste like mice.
And the one we just had was kind of a like a rosé.
Yes, it's a rosé made with red grapes.
Yes. So it's not like, ooh, let's take what's in the bottom of the barrel.
Right.
So,
It was a rosé on purpose, not a rosé from leftovers.
Yep. Beautiful out here, though.
Indeed.
Okay, so we had a uneventful ride back from Sonoma and Napa and rested for a bit. And now we're hungry. So we're heading up to a little Italian restaurant just up the street here.
Looks like it's got good food.
Okay, a little bit of an uphill walk,
A little bit.
but our last morning here in San Francisco.
So that's what San Francisco is all about. It's uphill both ways.
We can never seem to avoid it. But before I get out of breath, we're headed over to Cafe Bean for a little breakfast before heading to the airport. We like little places like this remind us of European
Yeah.
coffee.
That'll be it.
And you are having it here, right?
Yes.
Quick here.
Okay.
So, 48 hours in San Francisco.
Yeah. I'd do it again.
Yeah? You sure?
In a heartbeat. Yeah. What other questions do you have?
No other questions.
Oh, I have
It's
a
just-
question for you.
Okay.
When's our next time?
Could be as soon as next month,
It could be.
or if we can get some friends to go, probably be next year.
Mm-hmm.
But I think one thing we're getting back to is, like, we were in Chicago a couple weeks ago,
Mm-hmm.
and we were in Tennessee back in June.
Right.
But I think we're getting back to just remembering and appreciating taking, shorter trips.
Sure. Just a weekend.
Yeah. Maybe the cruise got us back into that mindset of these kind of topless trips where. So you keep thinking I'm saying topless. I'm not saying topless.
I have never thought that.
So.
For
we
the
had-
record.
we had a
I've never
topless
thought
trip.
that. We never
Totally
did.
different.
Totally did not.
But I like it because we're just forced to just have like a little bit of time someplace,
Yeah.
So
I like it because it doesn't take days away from work.
that is true.
I don't love not being able to spend more time. If I had my druthers, I'd rather come in on Thursday or Friday and have like a 3 or 4 day weekend. But just coming over the weekend, Friday through Sunday, does mean that it doesn't take any time away from work. So that part
Yeah.
is nice.
And that's something that we try to acknowledge for a lot of us, a lot of you watching,
Mm-hmm.
that we still have full-time jobs, and that's
Yeah.
an obligation that we in no way, shape, or form want to disrespect. And so leaving late on a Friday, getting back late on Sunday or late afternoon on Sunday, I think we'll get back around 7 o'clock on Sunday. It's a chance to get 48 hours someplace.
It is.
And for us, this was about a 4-hour flight here. It'll be a little over 3 hours going back. That's not bad. You can get some relaxation down on the plane,
Yep.
and you get here and get a nice meal. Love Coco Bang.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Oh, so good.
it was very good.
Mm-hmm.
So, any other thoughts?
Yeah. I think that we will have friends come back with us. It was just so enjoyable. Really looking forward to lassoing somebody and coming back with us. That'll be a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
Looking forward to our couples trips that are upcoming.
Yes. So yesterday we did the tour of Muir Woods,
We did.
like 45 minutes in Sausalito.
Not nearly enough time in Sausalito.
And
just
then
enough time
the wine
to
tours.
try to eat
Mhm.
and then take the fries to go.
Oh my gosh. The food was great. I have not eaten that fast in so long.
Ever.
But
Since I was in the Army. Oh, wait, I was never
You were
in
in
the
the Army.
Army. So
But-
never.
so I think those two last ones, well actually all three, we could have easily spent a half day,
I agree.
if not a full day.
I agree.
But again, we got a little taste of each.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have a longer period of time, being able to spend a full day in Muir Woods, a full day or at least a half day in Sausalito.
At least, yeah.
Um,
We didn't get to see any of it.
we did not, other than driving back and forth on the bus.
Do you want to talk about the bus here?
Let's talk about the bus.
Okay. So, we had very specific directions from Tower Tours
Yeah.
of where to meet the bus in Sausalito to go for the wine tour. And Chris is very precise, which I
yeah.
appreciate about you.
I'm a stickler for communication, and particularly with when it's something that's impacting Stephanie or family, I don't like to I like to be like, very specific, and they appreciate that.
Mhm.
And so when I have to rely upon someone else, in this case a company, to say be here at 1 o'clock, that's what I rely on.
So we had our French fries
We're-
in our to-go box, and
We get over there,
2 minutes early.
yes, at 1 o'clock,
Mhm.
no bus.
No bus, no people.
And we're confirming, we're right where we're supposed to be, because
So we're
the
confirming on this slip.
because the tour agency, before we left, said this is where to be. They actually gave it a slip of paper. And then when the bus that took us to Sausalito dropped us off, they said the next bus will meet you right here.
They did.
We were right there.
We were right there.
No bus.
No bus and no people. So the clue for me was the no people.
Yeah.
Since there were no other, I knew that there were people from our previous bus who were going to be on this bus.
Okay. And they
And
said
they
it was
were-
going to be a larger bus.
And they were also at the restaurant we were at.
Oh, were they?
They left before us.
Oh.
And so I knew that they found the bus somewhere because it wasn't where we were. And so just a side note for you is if the bus isn't where they said it was going to be, look around the corner because there's a lot of buses around the corner.
And to have someone who's a stickler for, hey, this is where they said it was going to be, to have a partner that's willing to say, well,
I know that's what they said, but maybe that's not what they meant.
yeah, because
This is where we'll be as long as there's a parking spot large enough for our bus. But in the event that there's not a parking spot large enough for our bus, we will have to be around the corner where there's lots of parking spots.
yeah, and that's where they were. So, but it worked out fine.
It did. And that's why we're better together.
Definitely. Ooh,
Well,
very good. Very good. The winery tours were good.
so fun.
Yes. We had 2,
We did.
and that was actually quite enough, because
It was.
you end up getting basically a glass of wine and a half at each one.
Hmm.
Make sure you take some food with you or something, because after the second bus, all of a sudden you're like, ooh, why do I feel a little bit lightheaded? I mean,
They do have food for purchase.
They do have food for
Right.
purchase, yes, but it's nice. In fact, we had you bought a snack
10.
tin, and I had our sweet potato fries.
Hmm.
So that was good to have. So
Yeah. Made it so we weren't loopy
mm-hmm.
after the second winery, but we sure did get good naps in.
So anything else about the trip?
What's the name of the restaurant where we ate last night?
Otavo.
That was a really nice Italian place. Excellent food. The chef there is very creative with the food that he prepares.
Do you remember his name?
I don't. Do you?
I thought it was either Vincenzo or
Yeah, I think that's it.
that might have been it.
I think so.
But shout out to the chef there.
Excellent food.
Yeah.
Very creative. Really nice flavor profiles. And
Freshly made pasta.
oh, handmade.
Yeah.
Delicious. And it was not busy at all.
No, which was disappointing.
Mm-hmm.
He did mention that he had recently taken over the restaurant, and prior they had some bad reviews, and he admitted that it takes a while to overcome that. But when we go on to usually to Google to look at reviews, sometimes we'll go to Yelp. We'll always sort it by newest versus by relevant, because that gives you a better sense of what to expect when you get there.
Exactly.
And
What's
it was
relevant to you.
Yeah, 4.3, 4.4, 4.6 reviews, and so that's what really compelled us to go there. So
It was wonderful.
we'll have the name of it down here. We'll definitely have a link in our notes as well as on our website for those who are coming to San Francisco.
Go visit. What was it again?
Otavio.
Atava. Okay.
Yeah.
Go there and chicken bang. What's the other one?
See, I don't really know if I want to tell everybody about Coco Bang because I don't want to go there and have to wait in line. But
Oh, you already did. So,
I already did.
Coco
Coco
Bang.
Bang is, if you've never had Korean fried chicken,
Oh, man.
you're missing out. The Colonel's upset. But, the Colonel had his chance.
True that.
But Coco Bang was, again, another small restaurant. Definitely had a very popular following, particularly with the Uber
my
and
goodness.
DoorDash services.
It was just a revolving
It
door.
really
It was
was.
just a rotation the entire time we were there.
But small
It's very
kitchen,
good.
but what they do with the food there was just fantastic.
It really
was really,
was.
really good.
So one thing that I didn't know,
And I'm now a soju boy.
you, one thing that I was unaware of about the wine valley here is that there are 400 different wineries, and most of them are just very small wineries.
Yeah, you can't find it in stores or restaurants. They rely purely on people coming to their winery or ordering online.
Yeah. So that was fascinating to me. I'm looking forward to coming back already.
Definitely. So we're going to finish our breakfast here.
All right, Soja boy.
Thank you. And then we've got we're second and third in line for upgrades on our flight back. So keep our fingers crossed. But we do have extra row seats with one free in the middle. So yay!
Yeah.
Other than that, thank you for watching. Please hit the like button for us. Considering subscribing, following, all that stuff.
Yep.
And we'll talk to you later.
We'll see you next time.